Okay, let me ask you a question. Between a bag of gold and a tablet with carving of wisdom that will guide you in making the same amount of money that is in that bag of gold, which one would you go for? Yeah, I know, right? The bag of gold. Most people will go for the bag of gold. But then let's learn wisdom, because even without the money, if you have the wisdom, you'll be able to grow up and acquire such amount of wealth once you're able to implement this wisdom. This I learned from the book called The Richest Man in Babylon, that's been written by George S. Clason. So let's dive in and learn some of the key laws that has helped men of old acquire wealth. Why are we even learning what men of old have used? I mean, some may say, oh, it's a different era, but trust me, what is applicable to the men of old as at then is the same guiding principle that is helping a lot of people to make wealth in this present age. So let's dive in and learn some of the 5 laws of gold. In this instance, we will say money. Come with me. First law of gold says, gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earning to create an estate for his future and that of his family. What the first law means is that if you are disciplined enough to keep 10% of your income over time and invest it, you'll be surprised how money will be coming to you gladly and consistently. Why? Because you've mastered the art of contentment. You know how to put in 10% of your money, it keeps growing over time, and then you find a way of investing it. Money keeps coming to you. So that is what the first law is saying. Now the second law of gold says that gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it a profitable employment, thus multiplying even as the flocks of the field. What the second law means is that if an opportunity presents itself and you're convinced about that opportunity, then it is wise for you to invest, because your money or your gold is willing to multiply even as the flocks of the field. Now notice this, only if that opportunity is a profitable one. The third law of gold states that gold clingeth to the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men who are wise in its handling. Now notice this, that it mentions the cautious owner. I think this is my favorite law, because it means people that are careful not to throw away their hard-earned money. So money tends to stay more with this kind of people, because they don't just throw their money away for any and every opportunity, but then they are very cautious, and then they do it under the advice of other men that are wise in its handling. So if you're a tailor and you want to start buying materials, don't go and meet a shoemaker. Meet a tailor, a fellow tailor that has done tailoring for years, and the person will put you in the right direction to put in your investment in whatever material you're going to buy. So not just anyhow material. Yes, I think that's why it's my favorite law. The fourth law of gold. Gold slippeth away from a man who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. So if you are inexperienced, or if you lack the required skill for whatever investment you are putting yourself in, please ask for advice from people that are already skilled in this, so you don't pay for your inexperience with your hard-earned money. Asking for advice is not difficult, and trust me, people are willing to give you advice. It's just because you didn't ask. The fifth law of gold. Gold flees from the man who will force it to impossible earning, or who follow the alluring advice of tricksters or schemers, or who trust it to his own inexperience and desires in investment. Fifth law is saying is, do not give a chance in losing the principle of your money for unprofitable investments. So these are the 5 laws of gold. And the writer ended up by saying, in your desires to make wealth, there is a power in you, and that power needs to be guided accordingly with the right knowledge and the right wisdom, and that wisdom is the 5 laws of gold.